Despite what tweeters waving their red flag emojis across the internet may suggest, red flags in a relationship aren't merely hilarious pet peeves or conflicting preferences, leaving used floss around the house, hating desserts, not liking cats, really liking cats. But they're not always obvious deal breakers either. Yes, some red flags are redder than others, and certain signals always mean you should stay far, far away. More on that below. But a lot of red flags can be hard to spot. In today's video, we will be showing you some red flags that you should never ignore in dating. Without further ado, let's begin. They rush a new relationship forward too quickly. Popularly referred to as love bombing, this red flag isn't necessarily about the new partner who says, "I love you," too soon, or who wants to move in together after 5 dates. Love bombing becomes worrying when one person is trying to manipulate the other into a situation of dependency, Adekunle says. If your person is saying things like, "I can't live without you," or seeking to isolate you with the fierceness of their affection, those are very concerning signs. Adekunle points out that a fast-moving relationship can be fine so long as it feels right. Remember to check your body. If you feel anxious about your partner moving at warp speed, it's probably a sign to pump the brakes and examine where your feeling is coming from. They describe all of their exes as crazy. Some relationships end so badly that we're so sour about an ex years down the line. But if your new partner spews vitriol at any and all of their crazy former lovers every chance they get, it's a good clue that they are the problem. When your new partner can't identify some way that they caused some of their past breakups, that is reason to use extreme caution. Gina Senerigi, PhD, couples counselor and dating coach tells Self. The odds are good that they're going to lack the same kind of insight now with you, Dr. Senerigi says. In other words, if you end up dating them, you'll likely one day join the ranks of those crazy exes too. Knowing how to get over a breakup is helpful before moving forward in a new relationship. They're rude to people in the service industry. The good news is that this one can be clear early on before you're invested in a relationship. Dr. Senerigi explains that because our culture undervalues service industry workers, the way your date talks to the waiter or the Lyft driver will give you great information about their views on social structure, their sense of entitlement, and how they respond when they're in positions of power. In short, do you want to be with someone who feels it's their right to be rude to the bartender? If not, order your martini to go. Their dating profile doesn't match who they really are. In dating, we all want to put our best foot forward, but there's a difference between presenting your best self and being inauthentic, Dr. Senerigi says. If your date calls himself an avid hiker, but it turns out he only wants to walk the paved paths along the golf course, it's worth taking note. Does he lack self-awareness? Is he trying to present an idealized version of himself because he really wants to be that person? Either way, it's worth exploring because a lack of self-awareness combined with an incongruence between words and action can cause problems when it comes to conflict resolution down the line, Dr. Senerigi says. The way they express anger makes you feel unsafe. Anger is normal. And if you're in a relationship, it's pretty much guaranteed that there will be times when you want to bury your face in the nearest pillow and scream. That said, if your partner gets so angry they punch a wall or break household items, Adekunle notes that they have the potential to escalate those behaviors in the future. Because anger management issues can segue into abuse, Adekunle says that they are often surefire signs to end the relationship immediately. They don't listen to you. And we're not talking about your partner forgetting to pick up eggs or needing to be reminded of the name of your Aunt Beverly's new husband again. This is about those significant aspects of your life that you share with your partner, like your interests, your traditions, and the people in your life who make you feel whole. Etakuno says a good question to ask yourself is, how does this person show care about my interests and the things that are important to me? She also notes that this red flag can become yellow if your partner exhibits change. Communication is key. If you feel like you're not being seen or heard, Etakuno advises asking your partner, "Do you understand how important this is to me?" If that leads to improvement, great. If not, remember that someone who isn't willing to grow isn't worth your time. They push your physical boundaries, even in innocent ways. Does your partner refuse to stop tickling you when you tell them to knock it off? Do they continue to touch you in seemingly innocent ways, like hugs, shoulder rubs, or even repeatedly poking you in the arm like a sibling, when you ask for personal space? Like with all boundaries, we want to ensure that someone is respecting the ways in which we tell them how to treat us, Etakuno says. The concern here is around escalation. You're hesitant to introduce them to your friends. Being nervous to introduce your new partner to the other people in your life is normal, but if the thought of bringing everybody together makes you want to hide in the bathtub, that's worth exploring, Etakuno says. She notes that red flags aren't always immediately definable, and that it's okay if you have to sit with your feelings for a while before you identify what's making you feel uncomfortable. Why are you avoiding introducing your person to your friends? The answer might help you pinpoint some deeper trouble or concern. Your friends don't want to spend time with them. Love can be unobservant, so if your friends aren't wild about your new partner, that can be a great reality check, Etakuno says. She recommends asking the people who know you best, what are you seeing about this person that gives you pause on wanting to spend time with them or getting to know them? Be prepared. The answer might be hard to hear, but ultimately important to know. They put you down, even in a teasing way. "It was only a joke" are not magical words that erase hurtful insults. Excessive sarcasm, a mean sense of humor, or jokes that regularly point out your flaws can represent a non-consensual way of leveraging power in the relationship, Dr. Pitagora explains. Etakuno agrees and says there is an important difference between couples who roast each other in consensual, fun ways and a partner whose jokes make you feel bad about yourself. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.